Greetings everybody and welcome back to Wager Talk TV. I'm Pablos here to break down another huge match in the Champions League for Tuesday, a match between PSG and Bayern Munich. But before that, I have a 4% best bet loaded for Tuesday. It's a same game parlay and we're on a 27-6 run in 4% parlays plus 78.68 units. Really well doing this since July. We're on a tremendous streak with those 4% parlays. 62% run in 4% releases in the last 4 months, plus 32 units. 62% again, long-term run in 4% releases. Almost 1 year ago this streak started, plus 88 units. Number one in soccer in 2025 and number one in soccer in the last 30 days. So head over to my page at wt.buzz/pl. You can get a 7-day, a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, or even a 90-day soccer pass. I'm using the 90-day soccer pass because it's your best value. You'll get all plays from all release, from all leagues. International matches are coming up in a couple of weeks. We got the Africa Cup of Nations, we got EPL, Bundesliga, La Liga, we got everything. And we're doing well in 2025, plus 26.56 units. It's not great, it's not terrible, it's still a profit. So onwards to our free play. PSG versus Bayern Munich. What a game. Absolutely huge match on Tuesday. We got PSG playing host to Bayern Munich. PSG plus 145 favorites at home. The draw is at plus 300. Bayern Munich plus 165 underdogs on the road. The spread is set at 0 or pick'em or draw no bet. It's the same bet. And the total is set at 3.5 goals. Now, right off the bat, I might get some heat for this, but I like the under 3.5 goals, and this is backed by how PSG have been playing lately and by the history in this head-to-head. Actually, these two last met in the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup back in June. A really weird match that could have gone either way, if you ask me. Turns out it was PSG who won it by 2-0, but with a lot of controversy. Because if you remember, if you watch that match, PSG's goalkeeper Donnarumma, who is now at Manchester City, he made a crushing foul inside the area that injured Bayern Munich's Jamal Musiala, who is still out with a broken collarbone. Thanks to that. So and it wasn't even a penalty kick. So the referee tried to make amends in the second half. He sent off 2 PSG players who went on to score a second goal. So take that result with a grain of salt, because the referee did a horrible job that day and really changed the course of that match. Now, prior to that, these two met in the league phase of the Champions League last season. Bayern won by 1-0 at home. In fact, these two have met 7 times in the last 5 years. Bayern Munich won 5 of 7. PSG won just 2, no draws. Both PSG wins came under special circumstances, I should say. The result was, the most recent was a highly controversial, as I said, in the Club World Cup. Donnarumma should have been sent off. It should have been a penalty kick. It was neither. And the other win for PSG versus Bayern Munich was back in 2021 in a match where Bayern were decimated by injuries to Lewandowski, Douglas Costa, Gnabry, somewhat teethless up front, and PSG still had a trio of Neymar, Mbappe and Di Maria, so totally different circumstances back then. So to sum up, Bayern have won 5 of last 7 head-to-head matches against PSG, and only 1 of those 7 matches went to the over 3.5 goals. So the other 6 went to the under 3.5 goals, and they also went to the under 2.5 goals, and 4 of those went to the under 1.5 goals. So I know, both teams were stacked, they were stacked back then as much as they are right now. So what I mean by this is that the fact that 2 great teams are playing against one another doesn't necessarily mean goals. So to further back my bet on the under 3.5 goals, PSG have been tinkering with their lineups lately. They produced a mixed bag of results. One day they demolished Leverkusen by 7-2. The other day they draw a 1-1 versus bottom feeders Lorient in their league. They're on a 3-0 run to the under 3.5 goals and 7-2 to the under 3.5 goals in their last 9. But on the other hand, the 2 matches that went to the over had 6 and 9 goals respectively. So you can't really know what to expect of PSG these days. They're not at 100%, and it shows. That's why they've been tinkering with their lineups, using players who are just not that experienced, and results are mixed. So that being said, I like the under 3.5 goals, minus 110 as a total. with a degree of risk. You know, I know it's PSG, I know it's Bayern. There could be 4 goals in the first half an hour with these two, but I think the under is the play here regarding the totals. Now for a side, I like Bayern Munich pick'em plus 104 at Pinnacle. I mean, getting one of the best and informed teams in the world right now on a pick'em at plus money, that's value right there. So I mean, they lost just 2 of the last 9 versus PSG, and we discussed how weird, you know, those wins were. So, you know, Bayern playing really good ball right now. PSG have had a slight dip in form, so can PSG win? Certainly. Am I gonna bet on it? No. I find value in backing the Germans here, and that's exactly what I'll do. So no player props yet because we just don't know the starting lineups, but those are announced about an hour prior to game time, so around 2 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday we'll know the lineups. So check out my Twitter or X account at poly_WT. I will post my player props for free. So to sum up, for a total here, I like the under 3.5 goals minus 110. And for a side bet, I like Bayern Munich pick'em or draw no bet. It's the same bet, just different words, at plus 104. And a reminder, I have a 4% best bet loaded for Tuesday in the Champions League. 27-6 run and 4% parlays. I mean, that's amazing. Plus 78.68 units. Number 1 in soccer in 2025. Site-wide at WagerTalk plus 26.56 units. And on a 41 and 27 run in soccer last 30 days, that's 60% of our plays. Good enough for plus 23.5 units. You can get 90 days of soccer for just $3.49. Comes down to $3.88 per day, basically the price of an espresso at Starbucks over in the US. Really affordable. You get all my plays, all my 5% releases, all my parlays, all my futures, just everything for the next 3 months. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Drop a comment below. I know it's a really controversial match. It could go either way, but I think I got some nice leans here. The under 3.5 and Bayern Munich pick'em. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this match. Good luck. God bless.